Hello Dev, good afternoon. Dev, I'm Mangesh Wadaje, I'm chairman of Highbar Technocrat Limited. We are a basically technology company. A technology, to be very specific, at base level we work into ERP implementation, and our focus industry is the infrastructure industry. So when I'm saying infrastructure industry, it's a very broad term, but within infrastructure industry, our focus sectors would be construction companies, real estate companies, infrastructure departments of government, as well as various consultancy firms. See, I'll put it this way, Dev. Uh, ERP has become a kind of basic need for this industry. I mean, gone are the days when people used to talk about ERP as a luxury or something nice to have kind of thing. Today, that's not the case. Because, today the competition is extremely high within organizations to deliver. The time has shortened for delivering the project. The cost pressures are there. And if you have to deal with all these things, you have to have all your processes automated. The processes should be interlinked. There should be a transparency and accountability within the organization, which will help you to enhance your efficiency, reduce your cost, and shorten your timelines of your projects. And that is the only way you can survive. So I would like to make a bold statement. If you want to survive, you have to have a basic infrastructure of IT, and that basic infrastructure of IT today has become an ERP. That is a basic step that we are talking about. If you look at infrastructure industry, and within that, if you look at, say, construction projects per se, it has got fixed cost within which you have to perform that project, and within timelines you have to perform that project. Now, how you go about it is, first you have to have your budgets in place, and you have to track your actual spending against the budgets, and there has to be a early warning the moment you start moving away from your planned cost and planned timelines. Now, what happens when you don't have integrated systems within your organization? By the time you come to know about cost overruns, time overruns, it's probably too late for you to cover all those things. But because of ERP, you cannot get away with those things, because it will start giving you alerts immediately. And at the same time, one big benefit about ERP is that there is a data consistency. You cannot have a different set of data with different departments. For one thing, there will be one data across all departments, and the same data will be available at the organization level. So I would say that when you have these systems, but only having systems is not enough. You should know how to utilize that most effectively. So having system is one step, putting right kind of data in the system, because at the end it is garbage in, garbage out. Unless you put in right data inside, you have proper control built in the system, and you have willingness at the topmost level of the organization, things probably may not work. So it's very important to have willingness right from the top and right driving within the organization. In fact, because of all these challenges, it becomes more and more important, because when see, I'm myself civil engineer. I used to work at project sites, and our project sites used to be at such a remote places where we always used to call, we used to be the first people to start civilization in those places. We used to go to remotest areas of the country. Now the thing is that unless you have digitization, you will not be able to collect the relevant data in time and integrate that with the entire organization. So I would say, unless there is a digitization, you will not be able to get it in time, but at the same time, right data, right quality data, right amount of data, and moreover, in recent past, if you see, uh, there is a dearth of talent. There is the availability of quality resources has become a bit of challenge for the industry. In such scenarios, at least the mundane works of collecting data and passing it on to system can be left to the technology, and the people can be trained to do the job which they are supposed to do. When there is no technology, we have seen quality people doing jobs which they are not supposed to do. They end up doing a lot of clerical work. But when technology is there, they don't have to do all these things. They can focus on their course. So thanks for asking that question. See, let's look at it this way. ERP is something like a ready-made shirt, and we have to, what is our job? We are the implementers of ERP, and we focus to be very specific on SAP ERP. So we have to customize that ERP to clients' needs. Now, because we people come with the background of infrastructure industry, we understand the need of infrastructure industry. And what we have done in the organization, we have done quite a few first of its kind in India. Say, for example, we are the people who are the first to implement 6D building information modeling, as they call it, 6D BIM, for linear assets in India. Now, along with that, we are the first to generate running accounts bills from the system in ERP. And we have developed such kind of number of processes which are very specific to industry, and that is the reason why industry has industry has adopted us, and today we are by far number one in infrastructure industry when it comes to implementing SAP for infrastructure industry in India. Our market share is close to 70% last year for SAP ERP implementations in India. In fact, Deb, I would like to add one more thing. For 2023, SAP awarded Highbar with the which award? I'm just forget. DRS award. So that DRS award stands for Deal Registration System Award. We were the ones who registered maximum number of deals for SAP in India. So this is because of the strength that we brings on table from both perspectives. It's not only technical strength, but we come with a domain knowledge, having people at the top who have worked at the ground level in infrastructure industry. So that has helped us a lot. So they, all along we are talking about ERP. But as I said, it's a basic need. It has become a basic need. What ERP does is, ERP will have a data consistency, processes flowing across departments and giving you data. But just having data is not enough. So very obviously for all companies, what is next step? How to analyze that data, and that is where analytics layer comes in picture, right? So once you have data, then you analyze that data. But does it stops here? No, there are number of technology advancement which are already in the market, which we have already done for number of other companies, which I would like to talk about. So once you have data, you have analyzed that data, then you start thinking about how do I utilize that data intelligently. So what happens is that then you start talking about something proactive. Say, for example, using that data, how do you do proactive analysis so that you get early warning, messages, or early warning system, you may call it. Then one more layer starts coming over it. For any infrastructure project, there are number of agencies who work together. So that is called as a collaborative platform. So we have come up with some collaborative platform on which number of stakeholders for the projects can work seamlessly together. Now, what are those number of stakeholders? For example, there would be a construction company, there would be a client, there would be an architectural designer, there would be a structural designer, there would be a town planner. So many people work on the same project. And traditionally, we have seen that all these people work in silos. And when the contracting companies start taking drawings or directions from all those people, they start finding lot of conflicts. And we have seen number of cases wherein they end up doing huge rework. So now things are moving towards in a very different direction, because now there is a technology. All of them are able to work on a single platform. So you remove those conflicts before you get into execution mode. At the same time, the entire industry is moving towards creating a virtual project first and then constructing it. What does it mean? First, have a building information modeling. building information modeling is not plainly, what we see normally as a 3D walkthrough videos. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pure play engineering models, wherein you have perfect dimensions, and you are able to take uh, um, uh, uh, you are able to take a cut of any of those drawing and produce a good for construction drawings out of it. So first you are going to build it virtually, and then you are going to build it actually. Now in this process you are going to remove huge reworking cost by removing conflicts. So that is where it is moving. So these are the layers, you are building one or another, and then you are moving towards, other things like you have GIS, geographical information. Then you are bringing that also on the same board, and this is how you are moving. Then you have IoT. So we have already done IoT for number of clients, wherein machine data is directly taken into ERP. So those layers of human interventions are completely removed, and that is how you are building it towards the pinnacle of that pyramid, wherein you are moving towards AI. So that is also, for example, for a couple of our clients, we are in the process of implementing AI specific to business. Now here we are not talking AI which is a generic AI. Here the AI which is SAP's tool, that is called Joule, that tool we are going to use to play with the data within the organization and give you an answer to any of your query within a fraction of a second.